Caption close Madouneh, Jordan, AP, a shiny new city is to arise from Jordan's desert over the next 3 decades, potentially rivaling the kingdom's capital of Amman, a rapidly growing and increasingly unwieldy metropolis of 4 million people. Announcing plans for what it portrays as a high-tech utopia, Jordan joined other Middle Eastern countries betting on multi-million-dollar mega-projects as an investment magnet and quick economic fix. Yet some urban planners warn that cities from scratch are risky endeavors and argue it's more efficient to improve existing cities. In Jordan, the government promises the yet-to-be-named city will draw population away from Amman, relieve its crippling traffic jams, provide middle-class housing and inject momentum into a sluggish economy plagued by high unemployment. But authorities have released only snippets of information since the Prime Minister mentioned the new city for the first time, seemingly casually, in a meeting with local journalists in late October. This perceived secrecy and top-down approach has drawn widespread criticism. Few Jordanians have shown much enthusiasm, even among Amman residents who complain constantly of the city's traffic. Some suspect the new city is largely meant to benefit Jordan's powerful and their business cronies. Government officials deny that. This week, Amman Mayor Youssef Shawarba defended the rocky rollout in a meeting with business people, diplomats, and representatives of the energy and environmental sectors, many of whom seemed skeptical. The topic hasn't been fully studied yet, the mayor said when pressed for details. When we conclude the studies, we will announce plans and have clear roles for government, citizens, investors, and so on. Shawarba insisted that Amman would not be neglected as Jordan, buckling under record public debt, shifts scarce resources to the new project. The new city is not a new Amman, he said. But it is needed, he argued, to relieve pressure on the capital. Amman was a hamlet just a century ago and is seen as an upstart among the region's ancient cities, such as Baghdad and Cairo. Today, Amman is home to more than 40% of Jordan's population of 9.5 million. Almost every hour of the day is rush hour and urban sprawl is rapidly devouring precious green areas. Districts of mid-rise, sand-covered residential buildings spread over hills and valleys, with a few high-rise towers marking the city center. Rapid growth has been driven by an influx of hundreds of thousands of Palestinian, Syrian, and Iraqi refugees in recent decades. It is also linked to accelerated urbanization across the Middle East and North Africa, where populations flock from underdeveloped rural areas into cities looking for greater job opportunities. By 2050, more than 2/3 of the region's anticipated 646 million people will live in cities, compared to 56% of 357 million people in 2010, according to UN projections. In the past 2 decades, some 24 new city projects were announced in the Middle East. About half remain PowerPoint cities existing only on websites, said Sarah Moser, an urban geography professor at McGill University in Montreal.